Focus, 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 just focus.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is PJ if you're new here. So in today's video, I'm going to be using 2 bundles of water Kinky Coily 4A 4B hair from Curlsqueen to do my sewing today. This hair was super soft and easy to work with. It also reverted back to its original state after I straightened it, and I love the final look. Okay, so I already braided my hair off camera because it's just easier that way. I do have other sewing videos if you're interested on how I do braid downs. This one in particular because my hair is much shorter than it was a few months ago because I'm cutting it so I can go back natural. All I did was braid it down. Well, I did the anchor braid going around, and then I just braided all the other hair just downwards. And all I did in the back was connect all the braids together going across. So this is the curly bundles that I'm going to be working with, and I used 2 bundles and I installed all of the hair. One thing about Curlsqueen, you truly only need 2 bundles of hair to do your entire head, and that goes for their straight textures as well. Each bundle is always full all the way down to the tips. You never have to worry about thin hair when ordering from them. So I just sewed on my weaving net, and this just helps your sew-in last a little longer. It also protects your natural hair because you're able to sew in most of the bundles mainly onto the net instead of your actual hair. And if you were installing more than 2 bundles, you will definitely be able to fit them all. My only suggestion is just to make sure that you don't sew this net on too tight around your edges, because you still have to sew in the bundles and it still is going to be creating some type of tension, and you don't want that much pulling onto your edges. So this is what it's looking like with just 1 bundle installed. I know curly hair can be a little bit intimidating because it's just so full and it seems like it's so much to manage, but I promise you it's not. And this hair is really soft and really easy to detangle. So I'm just showing you guys how I measure out my tracks before I sew them in. When I get to the top, that's when I start to cut my tracks because I don't like to do the flip over method. You want your hair to lay as flat as possible around the edges so your sew-in won't look lumpy. Okay, so when I'm sewing my hair in, I like to use the blanket stitch method, and I always take my needle underneath instead of above because the track tends to lay much flatter and you just have a more secure hold. Also, to increase the longevity of your sew-in, make sure that your stitches are closer together. I didn't do that on this one because I wasn't wearing this sew-in for that long. So now that I've made it to the top, I think I'm only gonna lay about 3 or 4 tracks to close it off. So because I'm doing this sewing on myself, it's much easier for me to stitch above on this part. But if you're doing this on someone else, continue to stitch underneath. You see how nice and pretty this hair is? It's so full. So now it's time to define and detangle the curls, and I'm going to be using my TPH styling gel mixed with water. So I just started with smaller sections, and as you would if this was your real hair, just be gentle as possible because you don't want to do a lot of pulling and tugging. So always just make sure that you start from the ends and then just work your way up. And this styling gel has so much slip. Look how beautiful and defined the curls came out. And once I finished my entire head, I just did the same exact thing to my leave out. So now that this hair is completely dry, you can see how beautiful the coils look. And I cannot believe that this is only 2 bundles. It's definitely giving 3, maybe 3.5. Y'all, I was so excited when I got finished. I just wish my natural hair just grow out to be this big and full, but that probably take a couple years. But until then, I have my Curlsqueen bundles. Okay, so this is the next day and I did rewash the hair just to get all the styling gel out because I want to show you guys how this hair looks when it's blown out straight. And I really couldn't believe my eyes. The shrinkage is so real even with the bundles. So after I blow dried each section, I just put it in these large twists until I did my entire head. And honestly, the entire time I was just really extremely impressed with how gorgeous this hair was. When it came to my leave out, I didn't do anything special to it. I just blow dried it straight along with the rest of the hair. So I did go in and flat iron the hair, and honestly this is the best that I could do personally because I'm not gonna lie, I was tired. This was a long process. So I kind of just went for a blown out look, and then I just put a few layers in it, and then when I was finished, this is how I was looking. It's super long. I was very surprised. So the main reason I straightened it is to show you guys that the hair will revert back to its original state and look exactly the same. So you don't have to worry about damaging your curls if you want to switch up your look. So I highly recommend these bundles, and sometimes it's hard to say when it comes to curly hair because you have to deal with a lot of shedding and tangling, and I did not have to deal with that at all with this hair. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and like always, I'll make sure that all the details are down below for this hair, and I can't wait to see you guys in my next video.